Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I didn't post a video last week. We had some problems. We had some technical issues with water, and if you stay in the Utneg area you'll know that Utneg was without water for almost a week. And yes, I was affected as well, and it's like you don't realize how much you need water until you don't have it. I ain't matching, but it's okay. So for today's video, I thought I'd share with you a few things that I'm bad at. And believe me, I'm bad at quite a few things. Some things you might not think are so bad, but believe me, in my case, it actually is. And some bus chasing things around the house. Number 1, short attention span. In primary school and high school, I kind of realized that I have a very short attention span when it comes to certain things. Like if we sit in an assembly, I'd listen to the first part of what the principal or whoever is saying. But before I know it, the whole assembly is over and I haven't heard a word of what he was saying. But believe me, I'm looking directly at him and I didn't hear a word of what he said. He could have announced that I won the lotto or something and I wouldn't have heard it because my brain hears, I think that's just certain keywords that my brain picks up on and it just switches off, and then I start daydreaming about other things. I picked up on it in primary school and high school, and I didn't really worry about it that much then because you really did not actually want to listen to a lot of those things. But it became very apparent in university, where I actually needed to pay attention and I actually had to physically remind myself to pay attention. But even that I'm bad at. I will listen to the lecturer for the first 5 minutes, and if he doesn't capture me in the first 5 minutes, don't expect me to listen to the rest of the thing. How I actually got my diploma, degree, whatever you want to call it, I have no idea, because half of my university life I was not listening. Number 2, remembering to do things. You know, you always tell yourself, I have to remind myself to do this later. I find that if I don't write it down, I forget to remind myself, and even when I do write it down, I forget to take what I've written down with me and I forget to do it. And it's just a constant cycle of me trying to remember to do something and I end up forgetting what to do, and then I remember it like 5 minutes before it's actually due what I was supposed to remember, and it's like, I have no idea. I'm just bad at remembering things. To ask me to remind you to do something is the worst thing you can ever do, because I would forget. Like, I misplaced our marriage certificate. I can't remember where I put it. And for the life of me, I can't find it anywhere. Luckily, I was able to get a printout from our Home Affairs office, and it was actually our first printout, so it wasn't that bad. But still, how do you misplace a marriage certificate? Number 3, keeping in contact. I don't know if I'm the only person that's bad at this, but believe me, I can promise that I will keep in contact with you. But the same like the second point, I will forget to keep in contact with you. And then before I know it, months have gone by and I still haven't contacted you. But then in my mind, because so much months have gone by, are we still friends? Should I actually contact this person? Time has gone past already, it's no use. People's gonna think I'm creeping gat or something like that. I'm sorry to whoever I have offended by not keeping in contact. It's just that I'm bad at remembering to do things, and believe me, sometimes my brain actually thinks that it sent you a message when actually it didn't, and like I said before, it's just a whole vicious cycle. But then in the end, keeping in contact is a two-way thing. So if you also don't make some type of effort, I will forget to make an effort, and something will happen and I won't know. There's a very sad story attached to that, but it's not my story to tell, and I'd rather not go there. Number 4, Obsessive nature. I have an obsessive nature. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it be gadgets, like gadgets or gadgets. I love me some gadgets. I love me some hobbies. And it's a problem. If I see a gadget that I like, I have to buy it, I have to buy it, I have to buy it. If I see, don't let me go on Pinterest and see a tutorial for something that I can make myself. That is my anger. I will see a tutorial on how to tat. Okay, let's start tatting. I will see a tutorial on how to crochet, which is how I ended up starting to crochet again. I gave it up in high school and I started back up last year, all that jazz. And I will start tatting again. And then I will start crocheting again. And then I saw how to cross stitch, and yeah, let's just say the hobbies never end. And lately, my latest obsession besides the cross stitching has been Song Pop 2. I am in love with that game. I could go on and on and on about this game, but believe me, I don't want this video to be a day long, so it should be fine. Number 5. Last but not least, I'm really only keeping it to 5 points because believe me, I have a lot more bad habits than just 5 things that will make this video way too long. Wakas and I will be laying on the couch, setting the scene for you. Wakas and I will be laying on the couch and we'll be watching a show together, and before you know it, I have fallen asleep, and Wakas makes me feel bad because I put something on that I want to watch, and then because I basically fall asleep on the remote, he's stuck watching what I want to watch. So now it's gotten to the point now where if I feel myself falling asleep, I actually give him the remote so that he can't blame me for being stuck watching something he doesn't want to watch. But it happens every single night. I fall asleep watching TV. I will watch something I actually want to watch, but the minute I rest my head on the couch, it's like I'm dead to the world unless I'm playing Song Pop 2. But then by 10 o'clock I'll be dead to the world then, so either way. And whether we are watching a movie at home, whether we are watching shows, it doesn't really matter. I will end up falling asleep and I won't hear the end of it. That's why sometimes when we watch movies and I fall asleep, I have to actually watch the movie when I'm not with him so that I know what he's talking about when he does actually refer to the movie. Such is my life. And I actually found out that people who fall asleep easily actually suffer from sleep deprivation. How can I suffer from sleep deprivation when I'm basically always sleeping? So there you have it. 5 things that I am completely bad at. And believe me, the list is very long. Extremely long. I don't think there's a video long enough for me to actually tell you all the things I'm bad at. Which just goes to show we are all human, we all have our faults, and you should love each other for your faults. If not, just accept it and accept that you can't change the person. Believe me, Wakas has tried to change me from sleeping through movies and stuff like that. I think he's just accepted it and found a way to deal with it. Anyways guys, I apologize again for not uploading a video last week. I hope you have a lovely week further. You can check out my video right here at the bottom. You can check me on my social media right here. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And till next week guys, I'll be seeing ya.